Most homeowners think getting ready to sell their house means countless hours, loads of money, and a lot of stress getting everything prepped for sale. Endless projects, updates, maybe even a whole house remodel might be swirling around in your head. The reality is, for most buyers, a lot of these things don't matter. What buyers notice immediately is the home clean? Is the home maintained? Is the home light and airy and open and warm and inviting? These are the most important things to a buyer. So with that in mind, let's talk about staging your home. The good news is you can completely change how your home feels with minor updates, small shifts, and small projects. You don't need to turn your life upside down and spend all your free time and all your extra money getting ready for the sale. Today, I'm going to go over some DIY staging tips that make big impact with minimal time and money invested. One of the biggest mistakes sellers make when going to put their house on the market is thinking that buyers will overlook clutter, oversized furnishings, and crowded and overly personalized rooms. Buyers don't see the home the same way you do. When they walk into the home and it has too much furniture or too many personalized items, they immediately don't feel comfortable. When they see that crowded room, they subconsciously think that the home is smaller than it is, that it hasn't been maintained, that it needs a lot of updates, when maybe it's just the furnishings, not the actual finishes of the house itself, that are throwing them off. The goal of staging is not to make your home feel fake or look perfect. The whole goal of staging is to help buyers emotionally move in the minute that they step inside. So let's talk about tip number 1 for staging your home. Remove the extra furniture. The fastest way to make your home feel larger is to remove oversized furnishing or extra furnishings. If you happen to be a seller that has a home where you like to entertain guests, so you have a huge dining room table in a not so huge space, or have 2 large sectionals in your family room or your great room because you're always having people over for movie night or to watch sports, that's great for you, but that overwhelms a buyer when they walk in. So pare it down to just one sofa. If you have a table that has leaves in it, remove a couple of them and make the table itself smaller, or just remove the table and maybe think about getting a more temporary table or having a stage or bring in some temporary furnishings that make the room feel larger. I often see homes where the seller has a large king-size bed that has a large wood frame, and then they have the matching furnishings. That's great, and it actually is beautiful, but it's better when your home is on the market to get rid of the side tables, only keep one. You don't need to have 3 dressers or 2 dressers, an armoire, and the bed set. Pare it down to the minimal things just so that you can have the feeling of the most light, airy, and open home possible. The bonus is, if you're already preparing to move out of the area due to your retirement, this is a great time to get ready for that move. Start packing up the things you don't use that often. Start realizing, hey, we may not need all this furniture, so you can put it on Marketplace, offer it to a family member, or donate it. That way, it's already out of the way before you have to pack your moving truck, and your house feels larger and more open. It's a win-win. Tip number 2, pack up your personal decor. This is another super easy, low or no cost way to stage your home. And it's the reverse of staging. Instead of putting something in to stage it, we're taking things out. Go through your house and look at those collections. If you're a person who has a lot of personal photos, a lot of collectibles, things like that, start boxing those up. Again, benefit, you're getting ready for your upcoming move, but also you're making the home feel more neutral, more airy, lighter, and more open. You want the house warm and inviting. You don't want to get rid of everything so it feels stark and cold, but you definitely don't need every collectible and every little item to be still there. Every buyer has a different taste, so let's pick the most neutral things and leave those, pack up the rest, and get it ready for your upcoming move. If you're getting value from this video, let me know in the comments what room in your house you think is going to be the hardest to prepare for selling. I always think it's interesting to see what my sellers are dreading the most when it comes to getting their house ready for sale. By the way, if you haven't watched my other videos, I'm Hillary, a relocation specialist real estate broker here in the Tri-Cities, Washington, and I help sellers just like you prepare their home for sale without unnecessary projects and without overspending. The good news is, most of my sellers end up doing way less work than they thought they had to when they first started thinking about putting their house on the market. So let's move on to tip number 3. Lighten and freshen the home. This is where simple updates can go a long way. Another example of a DIY upgrade that's very low cost and easy to do, doesn't take much time, is to repaint dark dated walls, whether it's a whole room or simply an accent wall that you have. If you have a space that's dark or has outdated paint, or just something taste specific, like you have a kid's bedroom that has bright colors, or maybe your rec room is painted in the colors of your favorite sports team, it might be a good idea to just take that and freshen it up with a light neutral paint, such as an off-white or some other light, open, and airy paint color that's more neutral and more appealing to more buyers. You do not need to remodel your whole house. You do not need to remodel the whole kitchen, the bathroom, whatever it is. Just freshen up that paint. You'd be amazed how much of a difference that can make. It makes the room feel lighter, airy, refreshed, and almost gives that remodeled feel for a very low amount of money and very low effort. Tip number 4, deep clean and curb appeal. I can't stress this enough. This is the number one thing that turns off buyers. When I'm out showing homes and my buyer walks in and they start to notice that a home is dirty, they immediately get turned off. You need to do a deep clean. I'm not talking a light cleaning. I'm talking about things that you forget about all the time. The light switches, the baseboards, the vents in the ceilings of the bathrooms and the air return. Get everything completely clean. That way, when a buyer walks in, it feels fresh, it feels clean, and it feels well maintained, which gives an immediate good feeling to a buyer. When it comes to cleaning your house, clean your windows. Don't do it early. Wait till right before pictures and right before the house goes on the market. But cleaning those windows inside and out makes a world of difference. And don't forget about your front porch. This is the very first thing buyers see. And so often I'm getting the key out of the lockbox and the lockbox sticks or something happens and the buyer is just standing there and they start to make comments. Oh, I see the doorbell is broken. Oh, that's nice. They didn't even sweep the front porch. I know it's the Tri-Cities. Tumbleweeds blow in, dirt and dust blows in, but when your house is on the market, it needs to be cleaned. Pressure wash the front steps, put down a fresh welcome mat, hang up a pretty wreath, put out a couple of pots of fresh flowers outside, plant some plants. It will make it look so nice. And that way, when the realtor is fumbling around for the lockbox key and trying to open the door, the buyer is looking around, seeing something that's clean and fresh, a pretty new mat, a beautiful wreath. These things make a world of difference before the buyer even steps inside your home. And here's a bonus tip, something you can do that's very low cost and makes a huge difference. Take every bedspread in your house and every towel in your bathroom and switch them out. Something that's white and clean or something that's a light color that goes well with the decor in your bathroom. Fresh, clean towels that are set out for a showing and fresh, neutral bed linens that are white or light colored. They brighten up the rooms, they make everything fresh, and they're not taste specific. If you like floral or you like patterns, that's great for you. But when you have buyers coming through, try to neutralize as much as possible. Yes, in the kids' rooms, you can still make them look cute. Maybe you have grandkids, maybe you have something super cutesy. A lot of times buyers love that. But when it comes to the primary suite and the other bedrooms in the home, go ahead and neutralize those. It's very low cost and it makes a huge impact to have fresh, clean, neutral linens and fresh, fluffy, clean towels set out when buyers are looking through your home. It's one of the simplest staging things you can do that is so low cost and makes a huge difference. If you've been feeling super overwhelmed at the thought of having to get your home ready for the market, I hope this video has helped you to feel a little less stressed out and has given you an idea that there are a lot of things you can do to make your home feel fresh, bright, and updated without taking on a massive remodel or some huge construction project or undertaking updates to every room in the house that are going to cost thousands or tens of thousands of dollars and all of your free time. With just these few simple steps and these few DIY tips, you can make a massive impact and freshen up your home to get it buyer ready in no time. And the best part about all of it is these low or no cost changes are actually helping you get ready and prepped for that upcoming move. And speaking of your upcoming move, as you're thinking about planning for this home sale, the next thing you're going to want to know is how early do you need to start planning for that move? So check out the next video in the series, which is all about planning for your move. How far in advance do you need to start preparing? Because in that video, I'm going to be walking you through how much time you really need to be preparing for your move and what the ideal timeline looks like so you can be prepped and ready without feeling stressed and overwhelmed. So check out that next video. I'll see you there.